Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Innalhamdulillah. Innalhamdulillah wassalat wassalam ala rasulillahi anbiya'i wal mursaleen. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Like we always start, one of the biggest thing that we want to do as part of the Hajj preparation is keep reciting this talbiyah. Labbaik Allahumma labbaik. Labbaik la sharika laka labbaik. Innal hamda wal ni'mata laka wal mulk. La sharika lak. This is one way of telling Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala of your strong desire to perform Hajj and seeking Allah's help in getting to the Hajj. Once Allah accepts it, all these other challenges that we have, getting to the e-wallet, doing the registration, getting to the e-wallet, finding the right package, going through the sales process, and sometimes staying up late night for the sales to start, etc. All these things will become simpler and easier, inshallah. So keep reciting this as often as possible. So quickly, want to re-emphasize this registration. We want everybody to be registered and verified as quickly as possible. If you're not done it, if you are having issues with registration, please follow some of the steps that I'm highlighting here. Log in and check the status. Sometimes you may not receive an email, but if you log into your account, you will see the status, you will see the notifications, you will know immediately. And check your email regularly, even if possible, the spam folder sometimes. And if you do receive any message with rejection, quickly react to it. Do not ponder on why are they rejecting, they accepted before, they accepted your wives, etc. Do not waste your time. Try to see what you can do to correct the error, or just resubmit it. Just resubmit. Sometimes resubmitting does help. And if you have submitted the documents a while back, do a touch so that it gets back into the review process. So we have put some documents here. You should be able to review it. Hopefully it will help you, inshallah ta'ala. Do it as quickly as possible, please. So going to the schedule remains as is. No changes in the schedule. Yes, I do realize package release has been delayed. The final package release is expected. All the packages are expected to be in by the end of this Friday. We were thinking that because it's getting this late, there might be some extensions. But as of recently, there was a communication sent out by Nusuk that clearly states that it is going to start on the 9th or 10th of this month, inshallah ta'ala. So do expect to happen. We do not know exactly what time it is. In fact, none of the people out here know what time it's going to happen. So just expect it to happen. I realize it might cause some sleepless nights on the 9th and 10th, but just keep your phone up, keep your phone on, just in case if we do something. We will try to see if we can send out post messages, or we might even see some other ways of sending out some additional messages. We are looking into it. So the expectation is the country quota, using the country quota. The first this slot is going to be, the package sale is going to start on the 9th or 10th. This is with the package flights. This is package flights, meaning the flights provided by the service provider. Around the 14th, 15th, they are expected to open up the package sales by the custom flight, provided the country quota is still available by the 14th, 15th. So I do realize that some of you want to use the custom flight for multiple different reasons, but do not wait for this. If you can adjust and work with one of the service provided flights, please work with it. Please go for this one. Do not wait for this one. We are expecting for the packages to go very fast. That meaning the country quota also might get exhausted pretty fast. So be cautious of this one. Be conscious of this fact, and make the best possible decision that you feel is right. Then later on, after about a week, around the 20th, 21st or so, if there is any quota available worldwide, if there is any quota available, for example, in any European country, Australia, anywhere else, they are going to bring all that quota as a global quota, opening up the package sales for the entire Nusuk country, meaning if there are some packages, if there are some quota available in Netherlands, for example, Australia, Italy, etc., they will pool all that together so that people from North America, Europe, Australia, etc., should be able to make use of that quota. So this happened last year. In fact, they added a few more thousand of quota into that one. But do not depend on this one. We do not know exactly how this is going to work out, if any country quota would be left over. So it is best to be prepared and may take best advantage in the first phase or the second phase itself. We do have some information on our webinars, etc. You can view it. Inshallah ta'ala, that will be helpful. So all the as I mentioned, all the packages are expected to be released before end of this Friday. As of now, this is the schedule. 9th and 10th for package sales with group flight. 14th, 15th package sales with custom flight, but within the country quota. 19th, 20th, 21st, somewhere around that time, package sales across all countries if again the global quota is available. The system allows 5 preferred packages to be selected, but 1 package in the shopping cart for quick purchase. Carefully evaluate the packages before making the decision, whether you are adding the 5 packages or in the shopping cart. Gateway, most custom packages have either 1 or 2 gateways. So you need to carefully assess and see which one is the closest, which one is the most viable. But also at the same time, look at the other factors also. The hotel location, the shifting, non-shifting, camp, al-kabsh, al-muassam, the cost. Of course, this is a very important factor. The transportation between cities. Several of the packages have bus transportation. You need to look at this carefully. Train is most easiest transportation between cities. So take this into consideration. The group supporting the package, this is very important. I mean, we have seen in the previous years when people have gone with groups that are not experienced or not committed, it has become challenges for that, okay? So just be conscious of these factors. Sale is based on first come, first serve. Be prepared with your e-wallet. Do not wait until this Friday to top your wallet. If you have selected a few packages as your preferred packages, top the one that is the highest one so that you're prepared in case if you have to bump up to the next level of the packages. Have a second package ready. Regularly monitor our posts. We will update the group chat as soon as we find the timeline. Fortunately, the queuing is not going to be an issue, is what we have said. Use the steps and links we will share to quickly switch to another package in case if the first package, which is in your shopping cart, is not available. So the process to directly access the package, log into the Nusuk. This is very important. People have been trying to take the URLs we are providing and putting it into the browser and expecting it to work. It's not going to work. First thing is you have to log into the Nusuk. The second thing is you have to make sure if there is anything in the shopping cart, which is a back sign in the top of the screen, if there is a blue colored circle around it, then empty the shopping cart. And then replace the browser URL with one of the URLs from our chart. So I'm trying to move through quickly so that because I want to give an opportunity for questions, inshallah. So these are our primary packages. This is the packages that we are supporting, that we've been working with for a long time. We have planned and programmed them for your best use. As of right now, 3 of them are already released. We are expecting the Rawaf 404 address, which is the shifting package, to be available sometime tomorrow, at least by the end of the day tomorrow, as well as the luxury package is also expected to be released by end of the day tomorrow or Friday at the earliest, at the latest, inshallah ta'ala. So I hope you have already gone through, touched into these URLs, looked at it and seen how some of the information is. Now,
just a quick point about the URL, just to kind of because there have been questions that people might think that I can log into Nusuk and I can search there directly. Why do I need to do the URL method? So when the packages are available for sale, what happens is everybody logs in at the same time and Nusuk slows down quite a bit. So what you want to be able to do is save those clicks and you go and search for a package, then you go click, click, click. So if you do this URL, it takes you directly to that package. So that's why at that time, it's very important to save those clicks.
Right. When I get into this thing, Nusuk, I will show you the difference between the URL and this thing. You at least have to have 2 extra clicks if you're go through a search. When you go through the URL, as Brother Wasim mentioned, you go directly into the package. So that way you can move through your process faster, inshallah. So these are our primary packages. But recently, some of our members have been asking us to review some of the packages that they are interested in, that they've already marked as their preferred package. So after some long discussions, we have kind of zeroed down to a few packages that we will consider support. We have not decided on it, but these are the packages that we are possibly looking at supporting. 3 are on the Al-Kabsh. One of them is in the premium. There is one other package, which is the premium shifting package, but we are still reviewing it. We want to make sure, see, when we decide to support the package, we try to make sure that we can support them wholeheartedly, meaning we can have proper resources without compromising on the packages that we have originally agreed to support. So this, if we do, this will be our extra resources. Of course, we will support them wholeheartedly, but these are the packages we are looking at. There are 3 of them are Al-Kabsh, one of them from JFK, Toronto, and another from JFK. Then this premium package, this is from San Francisco. There are 1 or 2 other packages that we have not completed our review and assessment, which is from Chicago and LAX and JFK. We are still looking into it. Inshallah ta'ala, in the next day or 2, we will let you know if we can support them or not. So these are the links to them. So you're more than welcome to look at it. But still, I want to reemphasize, this is our primary packages. The reason these are primary packages is we have planned these packages with Rawaf very carefully to best support our Hujjaj. That's the reason we keep emphasizing this. We have looked at every bit of the factor. So in this case also, we are aware of where Anjum is. We are aware of where Holiday Inn is. We are aware of the status with the Concord Dar al Khair. If people have stayed at Concord Dar al Khair, there were some challenges last year, but we have been told that it is completely being refurbished, but this is what we've been told. Valley Hotel is a very well-known hotel. Anjum Hotel, of course, is definitely very good hotel. This is not from Rawaf. This is from Jamil. Okay, so again, this is why we are taking this into consideration. So we are going to support the first is this one, and then we are considering this one. So you can definitely look into it. If they look viable for you, we will definitely consider it, inshallah ta'ala. So kind of want to go through this very quickly because these are the new packages. So I want to kind of quickly show this one. The arrival date is the 30th and departure out of Mecca is the 9th. Anjum Hotel is in the Mecca. Valley Hotel is in Medina. You're first arriving into Medina and then going into Mecca. This is an Al-Kabsh package. This is a luxury package if you want to look at it that way. The flights are JFK to Medina, and then on the return back, it is Jeddah back to JFK. Majar Al-Kabsh, basically. 270, the similar thing, 30. The only difference here is this is from Toronto. The rest of the things is pretty much the same. The other one is, this is coming on the 31st. This is also to the Al-Kabsh camp, Anjum and Valley Hotel. JFK, Medina, Jeddah, JFK. This is Jamil 319. This is also actually, this, from my understanding, was actually Al-Kabsh. Will reconfirm this one. This is leaving on the 29th, arriving into Medina on the 29th, and departure is on the 12th. Some people were asking for packages for 14 days, 10 days, etc. So these are the best opportunities. This is 11 days. This is 15 days. This is 12 days. So these are some of the opportunities that you can definitely consider. All right, let me quickly get into Nusuk so that I can quickly show this. See this Excel sheet, keep a sheet such as this available, okay, with a package name, with the URLs next to it. So, and you might also consider ordering them in your preferred order so that when you start when the sales time starts, it is not necessary that the first one that you want will be available for you. So you should be ready to go from one to the second to the third and fourth in the order that you prefer, so that you can move quickly. Bear in mind, each of these packages have very small capacity. Most of them have under 200 capacity. So you can move very, very quickly. They can move very quickly. Some of the best packages that you see, especially packages where they are belong to some of the groups that are well recognized, those packages will go very fast. So you got to be very careful. So our packages are broadcast quite a bit. So be careful, get through our packages as quickly as possible, look through them, and make a decision quickly to move faster, inshallah ta'ala. The other thing that you have to bear in mind is, as you're going through from each package, oh yes, one thing I wanted to mention. There is one package out there which has a very low package price, like it's about 13, 14,000. Please do not waste your time on that one. That package is one, it's a public package that is going to be available only on the 14th, 15th onwards. And it is a package that is built to support somebody that cannot afford it. It has a very, very, very low seat count. It's a Rawaf package, which is like priced at like something like 13,000 riyals. And I'm getting lots of calls on it about it. It is a package that it is almost like a lottery package. There are already preferred that has already been marked by over several hundreds of people, meaning it's almost like 1 to 100, or by the time the sales comes, it might even become 1 to 1,000. So my suggestion is, do not waste your time on that one. That's a very, very special package. Rawaf and I think some of the other service providers will also release similar type of packages. So concentrate on package that is viable for you, that is realistic for you, that hopefully something that belongs to our group, so that we can best support you, inshallah ta'ala. So what I did was I copied this one. I went here to the browser. I click and I'm in my package. Now I can quickly go down, since I already know about this package, so I don't need to waste time reviewing through it. I can quickly go down and I can configure my package. I know what I need to do. I know the occupancy that I want to select. This is something that you should have already decided. And so I'm going to go with the quad. So if you really want to understand this one, look at the pricing that is given here. There is a 5,400 riyals will get increased if you select this one. And if you select the same thing in Misk Tushal Balad, it's going to go up by 2,651. So these are the additional prices that you are going to pay. So I'm going to pick the quad. Next. If you don't have any special need, move forward next. Remember, I explained this one last time. Wheelchair means wheelchair will be given to you. It does not mean it's an assisted wheelchair. It is just wheelchair is handed over to you, and now it is up to you how you use it. If you have somebody to push it, or if you have hired somebody, it's on your own. Please bear in mind, other than the haram, it is extremely difficult, almost impossible to find somebody to push the wheelchair, for example, from Mina camp to the Jamarat or back, etc. It is not possible to hire somebody. So please bear this in mind. If you have the need for a wheelchair, please take this into consideration. It's extremely difficult. So then you go to next. You go through quickly the selection here, because you already gone through, you understood which flight you want to take, select. Next. Do not waste too much time reviewing this one, as long as you are aware of it. Next. And on the day of the purchase, you will have a button that says purchase here. You do the purchase, and assuming that the e-wallet has the right amount of money, you should be able to purchase. And that's the end of the gaining the package, inshallah ta'ala. Okay. So this is the basically simple process. I'm going to go ahead and open up the platform for questions, inshallah. Brother Wasim, are there lots of questions in the chat that we want to take first?
Yeah, there are questions in the chat. So we can definitely bring that up. And for those who have a question, you can raise your hand, or you can yeah. So that way we know that you have questions, and we will call you out in the order in which people raise their hand, inshallah. So so first question is for the luxury package. How many days do you spend in Mina?
The
Just 1 minute. Just one small quick note. Just also because these packages that we have tried even last year, like this Holiday Inn hotel. I mean, alhamdulillah, I mean, we tested it last year. It was good. It was nice, mashallah, tabarakallah, the location of it. And even it was like very close to the Jamarat. So people like Hujjaj, when they done with the Jamarat, it's going to be very close for them so they can come and rest there as well. If you can just also illustrate on that. Jazakallah khair.
Barakallah. Jazakallah khair. Okay. All right. The question is about the Mina. Okay. Mina, luxury camp, etc. Irrespective of which package you are in, the number of days in Mina is 5 days. Okay. You arrive there on the 8th of Dhul Hijjah, 7th night or 8th morning, etc. On the 8th of Dhul Hijjah, 9th of Dhul Hijjah, you go to the Arafat. 10th, you come back to Mina. 10th, 11th, 12th, 3 days, you stay in Mina. You can't stay the 13th, but that's not a required day. So irrespective of the camp, irrespective of the type of package that you get, Mashayar days are the same for everybody. Okay. Next, Brother Wasim.
So yeah, one comment about Google Maps directions. So when you are looking up directions from any hotel to Haram, the walking directions will not be accurate, right? So they will always try to take you to a specific gate, and you don't actually have to go to that gate. You can always take a gate closer to your hotel. So it's basically gates all around Haram. So for example, if you are on, let's say, a hotel which is on Ibrahim Khalil Road, if you put walking directions to Haram, it will show you like a 1 hour walk. But if you say, for example, put clock tower, then it will take you the gate there. So that's why look at the map. Walking directions will not always be, it will give you a high level idea, but you don't have to walk all around. If you see a walking direction going all across and then coming back, that's not how it's going to be. But yeah, next request is that if possible, can you please create an Excel sheet for us which has all the packages and like the key highlights so that
Sure.
just to use it.
Yep. Inshallah ta'ala. I'll release that in the next few days, inshallah. And I'll also include the URL to that one.
Okay. Next is will we have access to hotel rooms during the Hajj days?
Yes, you will have access to your hotel room. I mean, whether it is shifting or non-shifting, wherever you are, you will have access to your hotel rooms. Yes.
Yeah. Next question is, do you have any non-shifting VIP packages from Dulles, Washington, D.C.?
Well, we have very limit from Dallas or Dulles?
Washington, D.C., the other airport, D-U-L-L-E-S. Yeah.
Yeah. We are looking at some packages. We do think that we will get one or two, but we'll have to come back to you in a day or so because we're still working on understanding some additional packages. So we'll release that information tomorrow. The gateways are becoming very difficult, so please adjust with the gateways. For some odd reason, most of the gateways are either booked up or for some reason there are very little bit room available to make those changes in the packages.
Next question is, if the flight says Washington, is it the state of Washington or is it the Washington, D.C.?
Okay. When it says Washington, it means the Dulles, IAD, which is the Washington, D.C. airport.
Right. Yeah, and also when you click on the details, it will tell you the flight number and other things, so you can look up that flight number also. From Mina, do we all move as a group, or can you do your own transport to Arafat and Muzdalifah and back?
Well, we have known of people who have done the walking. Okay, you can do it. We are not going to hold you back, but we highly recommend you not do it and you stay with the group. It's very important for people to understand the temperature gets to be 120 plus degrees there. And then the directions are not always straight. If you do feel like going, go in a large group, go with people who have done it before. But again, still, our recommendation is not to attempt that one. Stay with the group. Allow us, people who are experienced, to take care of you with this regard. Let us take care of you. Please do not take chances with this one. And we will go over some of this more in detail. For example, in Arafat, going to Masjid al-Namra, etc. We will go over this one, but avoid any discussions about possibly doing it on your own. This very, very high risk. Next, please.
Yeah, very high temperatures during the Hajj time. A lot of people get lost, and then there are a lot of issues like that. But you'll talk about it. When will the custom packages be available for sale?
Custom packages within the country itself, country quota is on the 14th and 15th. Custom packages with global quota is around the 19th and 20th. Again, the custom packages is based on quota being available within the country. If the country exhausts the quota, then the custom package in that country will not be available. This is what our understanding is at this point.
How far is the walk from Majar al-Kabsh to Jamarat?
Majar al-Kabsh, it's about half a mile. But you also have access to the train from the camp to the Jamarat.
Yeah, I mean, usually it's like 300 feet to 500 feet. It's very walkable. So very close. Usually Jamarat and then right next to the Kabsh. What is the difference between custom flights and predefined flights, and custom flight and public packages and custom packages?
Okay, custom packages are basically where a service provider has created gateway packages to certain gateways. That is called the custom package. Public package is where it allows the people, the public, to make their own flight routing within Nusuk. I want to be careful. This is not something that you can go and buy the flight outside of Nusuk, but it allows you to create your own dates, routes, etc. within the Nusuk. So it gives you flexibility with the flights. Now, word of caution, first of all, custom flights, which is basically flights where you customize your flight, is only available if the quota is available. But more importantly, that when the time for the purchase comes, it is a lot more extra clicks rather than just picking a service provided flights, which is just selecting one of the flights available and moving forward. Whereas with a custom flight, you will have to do the search and then pick the one that is appropriate. And then the other challenge with a custom flight is the prices can vary. Prices are not guaranteed. Whereas the prices are in the service provider default group flights, the price is fixed. Whatever price that you see today is the price that you're going to get. Whereas with the custom flight, because it's a market-based pricing. So depending on what the price of the route that you're selecting on that day, that's the price you're going to get. So that's the difference between the custom and the public packages.
Yeah, public packages just have like a predefined flight, and global packages will have custom flights. So I know those custom flights people are getting confused with custom packages.
Unfortunately, it's a misnomer that they have used. They should not have used it. Custom package is the group service provider flight, whereas the public package is the custom flight. That's exactly the way it is, basically. Okay, next question, please.
So should we just mark things as preferred, or should we put something in the cart now?
Well, the way I suggest is pick the package that's your most preferred package. Okay, the most preferred package. Put that in the cart. But in your preferred packages, go ahead and select 3 to 5 packages in there so that it's available, so that you can click on it and hopefully get to the put that in the shopping cart and move forward, inshallah ta'ala. So the most preferred package goes in the shopping cart. The rest can be marked as the preferred package. So my request is go through our packages, and mark them as preferred as quickly as possible so that we also understand how many of these packages are marked as preferred, basically. Okay, next, please.
Yeah, how do we travel from Medina to Jeddah? Will it be provided by the service provider or will it be taxi, bus, or train?
Medina to Makkah, I'm assuming they're asking. Medina to Makkah is by train, but if you're asking from Jeddah to Medina, Rawaf is if the flights are getting into Jeddah, Rawaf is definitely looking into making arrangements with the train. They cannot commit to that yet because they're still looking into it, but that is a definitely possible option. But the travel between the Medina and Makkah for the Rawaf packages as well as the other packages that we are considering supporting, it's all by train, Haramain train. Because when we looked at the packages that people were recommending, one of the things that we looked was some of these that it meets some of our criteria, because we would not want to even support a package that does not have a train and some of the other features that we are looking at. Next, please.
Is Al-Qabs camp gender segregated?
All Mashar camps are gender segregated, irrespective of whether it's Al-Qabs or Al-Muassam. It is gender separated.
What is the difference between Zone A and Zone M?
Okay, before I answer the question, my suggestion is ignore the zoning information that they have provided with each package. They seem to have made some mistake with that one. But as a definition, Zone A is the area which is right across from Haram. The hotels which are like the Clock Tower hotels, the Makkah Tower hotels, Dar al-Tawheed, Anjum, these are all considered Zone A hotels, the ones that basically touch the courtyard of the Haram. Zone M is basically the hotels which are closer to the Mashayar, which is Azizia. Azizia, which used to be zoned as Zone D before, is now being referred as Zone M. As I said right at the beginning, in the packages, whatever zone it says, for now ignore it, because many of the hotels which are located in Azizia are marked as Zone A by mistake. Next, please.
Do we have to book the Rauda appointment in Medina ourselves, or will it be done as a group?
The Rawaf at least is planning on booking it for the Hujjaj, and I'm fairly certain Jamil also will do the same thing.
And do the packages provide meals other than in Mina?
Pretty much all the packages have breakfast and dinner. Okay, the packages that we are supporting, whether it's from Rawaf or the other ones we are looking into, they all have breakfast and dinner included in it. Some packages include lunch also, but that's very rare. Where it says half board, that means breakfast and dinner. Full board is where lunch is also included. But honestly, half board is more than sufficient. For the lunch, you have a flexibility of either eating the full meal or taking some snacks. So I generally prefer half board as the best solution. Next, please.
Is Atlanta going to be a gateway?
One of the package from Rawaf has Atlanta as the gateway. For some reason, getting Atlanta gateway has been very difficult. I have looked through several packages. I could barely find one or two having Atlanta as the gateway. So Atlanta gateway is only with one of our packages, basically. Not the others don't have the Atlanta.
Next is how far are the zones and which zones are near to Haram?
Near to Haram, as I said, is Zone A. Again, zoning is not correctly mentioned in the packages. So I would ignore the zoning as much as possible. Okay.
Will we have a spiritual questions meeting?
Yes, we'll have multiple meetings led by our two of the muftis we have, Mufti Ahmed and Mufti Muhammad, who have been helping us for the last several years. In addition to that, they will be with us during the journey also. One of them will be in the Al-Qabs camp, the other one would be helping in the Al-Muassam camp. MashaAllah, these are excellent muftis.
Will it be possible to share phone location with your team during the pilgrimage?
What's the question?
Will we be able to share our phone location during?
Yes. You mean you want to share your location? We are looking at a few different ways how we can protect our Hujjaj. One of them is in our list. We are probably going to include the smart tag, the air tag, so that we can at least the guide can keep track of where the Hujjaj is. Just in case if they are lost, we can quickly come and help you. Yes, we will work on that, inshallah. The location itself of the camp, etc., we are going to put it in our group chats, each group chat for that specific group, so that it's available for everybody in case even if they're lost a little bit. We are going to go through all these things in future webinars, inshallah. We have extensive webinars on logistic, because one of the things that we are very conscious is we want our Hujjaj to be safe. We want to prepare our Hujjaj with all the tools possible available so that they can come back healthy, inshallah ta'ala. We'll work with you all on that.
Next question is, somebody's confused about rooms. So they're saying that we are choosing quad and we are 2 people in the group. So how many beds should I select in the configuration screen of the hotel?
Okay, if you are choosing quad, I mean, whether you're choosing quad, triple, double, whatever it is, you're picking the number of beds in that type of occupancy. So if you have 5 people in your group and you're picking the quad, you would pick 5, saying that I want 5 beds in a quad room. That's what it is. If you're picking a double occupancy and if you're 2 people, you are still saying I want 2 beds in a double occupancy room. That's how it works. So you're picking the number of beds in that class of occupancy. That's what it is. So you cannot just go and say dual occupancy, we are 2 people, so I'll pick 1. Then you're basically saying I want 1 bed in the dual occupancy. Of course, it will not even allow you to go forward. You'll have to pick the number of beds, meaning based on the number of people in your account, in whichever occupancy level that you prefer.
Next question is about comparing Jameel 319 and Rawaf 321 hotel location. If you can share like where they are located.
321 is Millennium. Millennium is closer to Jamarat. What was the other package that they mentioned?
319. That is Holiday.
Okay. Okay. Very good question. All right. Millennium is about 1 mile, whereas Holiday Inn is about 1.1 mile. They are pretty much closer to Jamarat, pretty much close the same thing, but Millennium is much more straighter walk. When you come out of the Jamarat, you walk straight to where Bin Dawood is, and on the right side would be the Millennium. Whereas with the Holiday Inn, at some point in time, you have to go there, make a left turn, and then a right turn. So it's a little bit of a challenge getting to Holiday Inn, but still it's about 1.1 mile. It's a matter of 0.1 to 0.15 mile difference between the two. Both are excellent hotels.
Next question is, how will we know about bus or train service from Jeddah to Medina if the gateway is Atlanta? I think that's already addressed, but yeah.
I addressed that one. Rawaf is working on it, and I'm sure other service providers also will work. Most of the service providers are trying to go by train, but I did notice this is where you have to be careful. Some of the packages which are marked a little bit lower have a bus service. So be careful about that one. Next, please.
Somebody's asking, like, how do I put the package in cart? I'm not able to do it.
To put the package in the cart? To put the package in the, I'm not sharing my whole screen. Let me quickly just show. It's basically, you have to go through. Let me just quickly show this one so that it's easier. Okay. Okay. So here, when you go through this configuration detail, for example, when you go through all the steps here, it automatically puts it here. It puts it in this thing. Let me quickly, I'm going to remove it. So if I go to the packages, I'm just going to go the little bit long way here just to kind of move faster because I don't have the URL available right now. So you go into the details. When you go through these steps, this is what puts it into the package. I mean, look at this. This is blank right now. My shopping cart is blank. When I say configure package, and then when I complete my occupancy, see this? It's in my cart now. It's already in my cart. The minute I select the occupancy, it puts it into my shopping cart. Okay. So just let's move forward. Go ahead, Brother Wasim. I want to take as many questions as possible before it gets too late. Brother Wasim. Brother Wasim.
Yeah, sorry. I did, my audio was not getting connected. Yeah, somebody's asking, like, is the public and the custom package is going to be sold on the same day?
No. I think I went through this multiple times. The custom package, which is with the group flight, is the one that's going to be open up for sale on the 9th or 10th. And after about 4 or 5 days, the custom flight package, which is called the public package, would be opened up for the sale at that point in time. Next question, please.
Yeah, next question is, will we do Umrah right after arriving to Makkah?
Would we do Umrah when we arrive into Makkah from Medina? Yes, that's what we plan on doing. That's normally how it works. As soon as we get into the hotel, we just either freshen up or keep our luggage, and we will help our groups to get to the Haram for Umrah and take care of the required Umrah as quickly as possible. Yes. Next, please.
Next question is, the one luggage bag for Haramain train, can we also have a hand carry?
Can we also have what?
Hand carry and one.
Yes. You can have a carry bag as well as one suitcase, but be aware that they do look at the sizes. So we highly recommend for the Hajj people to travel as lightly as possible. The more luggage you have, it complicates things. We can try to, if you have more than one baggage, Haramain will accept it, but they will accept it as in a, like they will send it by post, kind of, they call that post train, which will arrive a day or two later, which kind of complicates things a little bit. So even though that feature is available, I highly suggest travel with one suitcase and maybe a bag or a small carry-on suitcase. Okay. Next, please. And we will go over all these things later in the logistics discussion also, inshallah.
Where will we meet the group if my flight lands in Jeddah? Do we travel together to Makkah or Medina?
If the flight comes into Jeddah, our service provider, Rawaf Mina, their team will be available there to take care of you. They will get you onto the next transportation, whether it's a train or bus. And when you arrive at the hotel, our guide, the team of guides, will be available there to meet you, inshallah. And from there on, you are under that guide's supervision going forward after that one. Everything, inshallah, they will guide you through from there onwards.
What exact time will the package go on sale?
We do not know that. Nobody knows that. That is something that we have all been asking. We will not know that at least until about 24 hours before. As soon as we find out, we'll put it in our broadcast groups.
So how many people are going to be in Mina tents? And is that dependent on the occupancy of your room that you select?
No, It is not dependent on the occupancy. Al Mawsam camp, it generally has a very large tent, and it is sectioned off into 50 people into each section. That's how it is. There is Al Mawsam camp. In the Al Kabsh camp, it's a much smaller capacity. Brother Wasim, it's about 8 to 10 people in a camp. Right?
Yeah, it was 10 beds in one area.
Right, in one area. Whereas the Al Mawsam camp, it's a very large tent which is sectioned off, and each section is about 50 people.
Yeah, they usually have the sofa come beds. It converts into a chair, and then you open it, it becomes a bed basically. Yeah.
Right. Same thing in the Al Mawsam camp also, basically.
What's the difference between the hotel in the standard package and premium package?
Well, the standard package is basically a hotel which is like a 3-star hotel, whereas with the premium package, hotels are 4-star plus.
Can you please show the slide with all the Rawafina packages and price and gateways? That one that you showed before Al Jamil packages.
Okay, you want me to show it again? Okay. Okay, this is the one. So JFK Medina for the 404, 321, it is Chicago, 308, Atlanta, as well as JFK, Jeddah, and Medina. And then the IBIS is JFK and Los Angeles. The luxury package, we are still waiting for that information. Jamil
You're not
is...
presenting your screen.
I'm sorry, what?
You're not sharing your screen.
Oh, I'm not sharing. I thought I was sharing the whole thing. Okay.
وهذين يقول لي pushing answer it was a dictacy.
Okay. All right. So this is the Rawaf packages. 404 is JFK Medina. 321 is Chicago, Jeddah. 308, which is the Millennium, has got 2 gateways: Atlanta, Jeddah, JFK, Medina. The IBIS is JFK and LAX going into Medina. And your Jamil packages is JFK, Toronto, JFK, San Francisco, but there are some other additional ones we are considering, which is Washington, and there is one possibly for Houston. We are still not sure. These are what these packages are coming based on the requirement that some of the Hujjaj suggested to us. So there are few more packages some of the Hujjaj have requested also, but we are still taking that into consideration. We have not decided that yet. Next, please.
So when the packages go on sale, how long does it take for it to get sold out? Wondering if I should take a day off on the day of purchase.
It's very hard to say. And again, it depends on the preferred packages. If there is a package which is preferred by a larger group, it's going to go very fast. So this is why we are kind of going over and over again repeatedly to help you so that on the day of the sale, you're ready and prepared to move fast on this one. And that's also the reason we are providing you all these links and everything. We are kind of tooling you with everything possible so that on the day of the purchase, you're not struggling with this one. We want you to move fast and get to our packages as quickly as possible. But for you to do that, you need to put some of these packages as your preferred packages so that it's there for you to quickly select it and move forward. Next, please.
Where can I buy Ihram? Can I get on Amazon?
Well, you can look in Amazon. It's generally available in most of the Islamic stores locally. Our recommendation is definitely carry one ihram with you. And then in Medina, definitely you can buy one more ihram. And Rawaf also plans on giving one ihram when you arrive into the hotel, which is in Medina, inshallah.
When should we consider purchasing domestic flights?
After you have purchased the package. Then you will know exactly your dates, timelines, etc. And at that point in time, we will also guide you how and what is the best flights that you should be looking into. We will work on that, but let's get through the package selection, package purchasing right now.
How many backup packages should we have? I know we can select 5 as preferred, but I've heard if they get luxury packages get sold out quickly.
I mean, this is why we are showing you so many packages. These are all the packages that we would like you to kind of keep it in your back pocket, but in the order of the preference, so that you can quickly go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and just get to the one, whichever one that you can get the best. And again, the gateway might not necessarily be the one that is the closest, but since you want to go for Hajj, you might have to make some compromises at the end of the day.
Jameel Holiday 319 is showing flights from San Diego, not San Francisco.
319, the last we had seen it is San Francisco. We had gone into the package. We will double check that, inshallah.
What is the quota per package?
Each package has its own quota. Unfortunately, we cannot release that information, but it's generally about 150 to 200. It's generally very low quota per package. So that is one of the reasons why you want to jump on them and get them as quickly as possible.
Is it better to use cell phones or computer screens or
desktop? Desktop, definitely. But be prepared to do it on the phone because you don't know where you might be. So have the data available on your phone as well as on a desktop. But desktop is always the best one to move quicker.
Any gateway?
Desktop meaning laptop, okay? I don't necessarily mean the big desktop. It's a laptop or a phone.
Any gateways from Houston?
I'm sorry?
Any gateway flights from Houston?
We are looking, one of the Jameel package that people have asked us to review is from Houston. We are still looking into it. We cannot still confirm it because we have to evaluate that package for its hotel locations, etc. We are still looking into it. Before we accept any of these packages other than Rawaf, because Rawaf packages, we have spent months and months working with the Rawaf team in fine-tuning it. Any other package, we have to go through it before we can accept it. So there is one package that people have asked from Houston. We will decide that in a day or so, inshallah.
Are there any female scholars available?
Well, there will be a panel of Maulimas available during the preparation for the Hajj period. In fact, we are going to start up a chat as soon as the package sale finishes, where you can start asking questions and interacting with the Maulimas, a panel of Maulimas, which is going to be led by our female guides. Our female guides who are going to be in the camp, they are going to lead that group of panel of Maulimas, inshallah. So you will have that opportunity.
Rawaf 308 Millennium is a 4-star hotel, but it says Zone M.
Because it's located in Azizia, that is considered as Zone M. Zoning is based on the location, not the star or the quality of the hotel.
Is this package Medina first?
All our packages are Medina first, yes.
That was the question in the chat. I have Ahmed who has his hand up. You can unmute yourself and ask the question.
Assalamu alaikum, brother. Brother Ahmed?
If Ahmed is not there, then it says iPhone 4.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
You know, this 308 package, they have 2 flights, one Atlanta to Jeddah and one Atlanta JFK to Medina.
Right.
So if you pick Atlanta Jeddah, that means we are not able to see Medina?
No. All that means is you are going to arrive into Jeddah. From Jeddah, you're going to be taken to Medina, either by train or by bus.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Somebody asking in the chat, from Mina, do we walk or do we get transported by bus?
Mina to where?
AK, it says, well, if you want to unmute yourself and ask a question.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Brother Farid, my question is if I'm planning to use maybe a couple of my credit cards just to be sure that I have enough funds on the e-wallet, but how does the refund process work? How does it, if I don't end up using all of the money in my e-wallet, how does it get refunded?
The way it works is, let's say, for example, you put $15,000 and you bought a package for $12,000. Okay. So the way it's going to work is the first credit card that was used is going to be refunded up to the amount that they do keep track of which credit card paid how much. Okay. So the first credit card is the one that's going to get refunded first. And then in sequence, then going backwards, basically. Let's say the first credit card, you only put $1,000 and you have $3,000 to be refunded. The first 1,000 will go into the first credit card, and then the next 2,000 will go into the next credit card. I hope I answered your question there.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
Thank you. Good.
That question, yeah, they are clarifying that Mina to Arafat and Mina to Muzdalifah.
Oh, okay. It is. If you are in Al Mawsam camp, it's going to be by bus. If you are in the Al Kabsh camp, it's going to be by Al Mashayar train, which is a local train within the Mashayar.
Anybody
Okay.
else have a question they want to unmute themselves and ask? I think that was all the questions.
Okay. Any more questions? Oh, okay. Jazakallah khair. Okay, thank you for joining. I know it is late in the East Coast, but we wanted to do this webinar quickly. We probably will do another similar one on Friday or Saturday. We want to get you trained, educated, prepared to get to the purchasing as quickly as possible, as this one as possible. But in the meantime, I request you, please go through the packages that I've shared and put them as your preferred packages, because we are tracking how many people are doing, putting our packages as preferred package so that we can decide on if additional capacity needs to be added to them. So it's really very important that you do that. Jazakallah khair. Anything good that we have said here today, it's only from the blessings and rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Any mistake we made, it's only from our weakness. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Wal asr. Innal insana lafi khusr. Illa alladhina amanu wa amilus salihati wa tawasaw bil haqqi wa tawasaw bis sabr. Wassalamu alaikum rahmatullahi barakatuhu.